Bhagavad Geeta, Chapter-4. The Lord said, I instructed this eternal yoga to Vaivasvat, and Vaivasvat told it to Manu. Manu told it to Ikshvaku. In this way, handed down by tradition, the royal sages knew this. O scorcher of foes, in this world, because of the long passage of time, this yoga has been destroyed. You are my follower and friend. Therefore, today, I will tell you that old yoga, because this is excellent and secret knowledge. Arjun said, Your birth was later and Vaivasvat's birth was earlier. How will I understand that you instructed this earlier? The Lord said, O Arjun, many are the births that you and I have been through. I know them all. O scorcher of foes, you know not, I have no birth. I am indestructible. I am the Lord of all beings. But even then, though existing in my own nature, I come into existence through my own resolution. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, whenever dharma goes into a decline and adharma is on the ascendance, then I create myself to protect the righteous and to destroy the sinners and to establish dharma. I manifest myself from yuga to yuga. O Arjun, he who thus knows the nature of my divine birth and action, he is not born again when he dies, but attains me. Many purified through the meditation of knowledge have immersed themselves in me and sought refuge in me, discarding attachment, fear, and anger. O Parth, whoever worships me, in whatever way, I entertain them in that way. Everywhere, men follow along my path. In this world, people who desire success in their action worship gods. Because in the world of men, success through action occurs quickly. In accordance with gunas and action, the four varnas were created by me. But despite being the creator of these, know me to be constant and not the agent. Actions do not touch me, nor do I desire the fruits of action. He who knows me in this fashion is not tied down by action. Knowing this, those who sought liberation in the past performed action. Therefore, you perform action alone, the path followed by predecessors in earlier times. Even the wise are confused about what is action and what is inaction. Therefore, I will tell you what action is. Knowing this, you will be freed from evil. Action itself has to be understood, and prohibited action must also be understood. Inaction must also be understood, because the path of action is difficult to comprehend. He who perceives inaction in action and perceives action in inaction, he is wise among men, has yoga and has the right to all action. He whose efforts are always devoid of desire for fruit and ego. He whose actions have been burnt by the fire of knowledge. The learned call him wise. He who has given up attachment to action, and its fruit is always content and without refuge. Even when he is immersed in action, he does nothing. Without attachment, controlled in mind and senses, having discarded all ownership, and performing action only through the body, he does not attain the bondage of sin. Satisfied with the unsought gains beyond opposites, bereft of envy and regarding success and failure equally, even if he performs action, he is not bound down. Beyond attachment, free and with the mind established in knowledge, when he performs action for a yajna alone, everything is destroyed. The receptacles used for offerings are the Brahmans. The oblations are the Brahman. In the fire, that is the Brahman. The offerer, who is the Brahman, performs the sacrifice. He who sees thus and is immersed in the Brahman in all action attains the Brahman alone as a destination. Other yogis perform divine yajnas. Others use the yajna as an offering to the fire, that is the Brahman. Others offer senses, like hearing, as offerings to the fire, that is self-control. Others offer sounds and other objects to the fire, that is the senses. Others offer all action of the senses, an action of the breath of life, as offerings to the fire of self-control, lit up through knowledge. Some use the yajna of offering gifts. Others use the yajna of penance. Some use the yajna of yoga, and still others, firm in their resolve and careful, use the yajna of knowledge. Others offer the prana breath in the apana breath, and the apana breath in the prana breath. Others restrain the flow of prana and apana breath and practice pranayama. Others control their food and offer the senses to the breath of life. All these, learned in the yajnas, become sinless through yajnas. The leftovers of sacrifices are like amrit, and those who partake of these attain the eternal Brahman. O best of the Kuru lineage, those who don't perform yajnas have no existence in this world. Forget other worlds. Many yajnas of this type are prescribed in the Brahman's mouth. Know them all to be the outcome of action. Knowing this, you will attain liberation. O scorcher of foes, a yajna performed with knowledge is superior to a yajna full of objects. O Parth, all actions and their fruit end in knowledge. Attain that knowledge by prostrating, questioning, and serving. The wise, those who are versed with the truth, will instruct you in wisdom. O Pandav, knowing that, you will never fall prey to this kind of delusion again. Through this, you will see all the beings in your Atma, and then in me. Even if you are a greater sinner than all the other sinners, you will cross all oceans of sin with the boat of knowledge alone. O Arjun, like a raging fire burns to ashes pieces of wood, like that the fire of knowledge burns all action to ashes. In this world, there is nothing as pure as knowledge. With the passage of time, he who is accomplished in yoga himself attains that within his heart. Knowledge is attained by the faithful, the unwavering, and those who control their senses. Having attained knowledge, they quickly achieve supreme peace. The ignorant, the faithless, and the doubting are destroyed For the doubting person, this world, other worlds, and happiness don't exist. O Dhananjay, he who has offered up all action through yoga, and he who has used knowledge to slice away doubt, actions cannot bind such a person who is focused on the Atman. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, therefore, use the sword of knowledge to slice away this doubt in your heart, resulting from your own ignorance. Follow yoga. Arise.